Hi everyone, quantum manifestation is often seen as something mysterious, complicated, and reserved for spiritual experts. But the truth is, it's one of the simplest processes in the universe. In fact, it's happening all the time, whether you believe in it or not. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every state of being you hold is constantly shaping the reality around you. The simplicity lies in this. You create your reality through your energy. Your energy is determined by your beliefs, emotions, and focus. When those three elements align with the outcome you desire, manifestation becomes natural and effortless. The problem is, most people unconsciously align their energy with the things they don't want, and then wonder why life doesn't change. You see, your mind has been trained to focus on problems, limitations, and obstacles. This focus generates a frequency, a signal, that the quantum field responds to. The quantum field doesn't judge whether your signal is positive or negative. It simply mirrors it back to you in physical form. This is why worrying about money brings more lack, and focusing on what's missing in love keeps it missing. The reason manifestation seems difficult is not because the process is complicated, but because most people are broadcasting a mixed or contradictory signal. They say they want abundance, but they spend most of their time feeling anxious about bills. They say they want health, but they constantly speak about how tired or sick they feel. The quantum field responds to the strongest, most consistent frequency, not your wish list. That if you want to manifest consciously, the first step is to simplify your signal. Instead of trying to think hundreds of positive thoughts a day, focus on cultivating a state of being that matches your desired reality. For example, if you want more wealth, practice feeling secure, grateful, and expansive in the present moment. When you sustain that feeling, you start to broadcast a powerful signal of abundance. Your emotions are the most direct way to tune your frequency. Thoughts may drift, but feelings are like magnets. When you feel genuinely joyful, even for no reason, you align with outcomes that match that joy. This is why gratitude is such a powerful tool. It creates a feeling of having, which naturally attracts more to be grateful for. Another simple truth about quantum manifestation is that it doesn't require effort in the traditional sense. You don't have to force, push, or overwork to make it happen. What you have to do is align, hold that alignment, and allow the quantum field to do the organizing. This is the part that most people find challenging, the letting go. Our conditioning teaches us that constant action is the only way to get results. But in manifestation, it's your energy that does the heavy lifting. The people who seem to manifest effortlessly are simply better at staying in alignment longer. They don't get distracted by temporary setbacks, and they don't allow fear to dominate their focus. They know that the quantum field is always rearranging itself in response to their state of being, even if they can't see the results right away. Patience is not about waiting. It's about trusting. In the quantum realm, the moment you align fully with a reality, it already exists as a probability wave. The unfolding into physical form is just a matter of the material world catching up to your energy. When you truly understand this, you stop doubting and start enjoying the process. This is where most people trip themselves up. They look for evidence too soon. They plant the seed, then dig it up the next day to see if it's growing. Every time you do that, you reset the process. The key is to feel as though the manifestation is already done, without needing proof in the physical world. The simplest way to do this is to live as if. Imagine the version of you who already has what you desire. How do they feel? How do they move through the day? How do they speak? If you can adopt that version of yourself now, your reality has no choice but to adjust to match it. You might wonder why. If it's this simple, so few people actually do it. The answer lies in habit and unconscious programming. We've been conditioned to respond to the outer world first, rather than create from the inner world. We let external events dictate our emotions, instead of letting our emotions dictate our external events. Breaking this habit requires awareness. Start by noticing when your energy drops into fear, doubt, or frustration. Instead of feeding those emotions, shift deliberately into a better feeling state. This is the real work of manifestation. managing your energy, not the outer circumstances. Many people overcomplicate the process with endless techniques, vision boards, and rituals. While these can help you focus, they are not the source of manifestation. Your state of being is. A person can visualize for hours, but if they still feel lack afterward, the dominant signal remains lack.so. Keep it simple. Decide what you want. Generate the feeling of having it now. Hold that feeling more often than not. Let go of the how, and trust that the quantum field is orchestrating everything in ways your mind could never predict. This is not blind faith, it's physics. When you understand the simplicity, you realize that manifestation is not something you do. It's something you are always doing. The choice is whether you do it consciously or unconsciously. Either way, the quantum field is always reflecting your frequency. The beauty of this truth is that you can start right now, without tools, without waiting, and without struggle. All you need is the willingness to direct your focus and emotions toward the reality you prefer, and to keep doing it until it becomes your natural state. And when you start to live this way, you'll notice that the people and opportunities you need begin to appear in perfect timing. Life feels lighter, more connected, and even magical. But it's not magic. It's the natural response of the quantum field to your alignment. The simplicity has always been there. It's just that most people are looking for something more complicated, when the real power lies in mastering the basics. Feel it now, trust it fully, and watch your reality catch up. That is quantum manifestation in its purest form.